Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to dive into an important topic on the twin flame journey, and that is communication blocks with your twin flame and how you can heal them. And we've all been there with communication blocks with our twin flame. And communication is the foundation of any relationship, but with your twin flame, it's on a whole different level because you and your twin flame share one consciousness. So any block in communication is simply showing you a place within yourself where you are not communicating with yourself and or the divine, and it's a place that is ready to be healed, and you do have the power to heal it. So let's talk first about how society, programming, or conditioning can create communication blocks between the divine masculine and the divine feminine, and how you can heal these blocks within your union. Now, this is definitely stereotyping, but you do see this commonly amongst the dynamic. So from a very young age, society programs the divine masculine to suppress their emotions. So they are often taught that vulnerability is weakness and that strength means avoiding their feelings or pushing through and being tough. But the truth is, like, real strength comes from vulnerability and taking accountability for your feelings. And on the other hand, with the divine feminine, they are often conditioned to not speak their truth out of fear that she will be seen as too much or that she might trigger the masculine. She's been taught to sacrifice her needs in order to receive love, and believing that if she's very easygoing and has no needs, then she's going to be loved. But these beliefs are not the truth of who we are, because God created both the divine masculine and the divine feminine in perfect harmony and as feeling beings. So you are supposed to feel your feelings, and you're designed to, to return to your natural divine state, which is what, the healing on the journey will do. So if we talk about the mirroring effect between twin flames, if your twin flame is getting defensive when you express your feelings, you want to ask yourself, where are you being defensive within yourself? Where are you not listening to your own feelings? Where are you not willing to be honest about patterns that you have within yourself that might be out of alignment with love? And when the feminine silences her voice in order to avoid conflict, she's actually enabling the masculine's behavior and preventing both of them from healing and growing. Because the truth is, the triggers are your greatest blessings, because they are showing you exactly where healing is needed. And healing happens when you choose to take accountability for what your twin flame is showing you. They are not hurting you, even though it feels like that. They really aren't hurting you. They're loving you by bringing your blocks to the surface so that they can be addressed. And you are also helping the divine masculine when you actually speak your truth, and you, even if it does trigger him, because it allows him to take accountability for where he's being triggered and to bring love and healing to that place. So one of the biggest lessons on the twin flame journey is that your twin flame is not your source. God is your source. And it's absolutely healthy to express your needs and desires to your twin flame, like being very honest and vulnerable, but without the expectation that they are the one who's going to fulfill those needs. So instead, you want to go to God first and allow God to meet your needs. And now God's going to often meet your needs through your twin flame, but it's the order. So you want to let go of expectations of how your needs are met. And when you release expectations, you create this space for unconditional love to flow between you and your twin flame. So when anyone is expecting someone else to meet your needs, it creates a codependency or a needy energy, and it really doesn't feel good, and it's a repelling energy for your twin flame. So I want to talk to you about honoring the divine polarity. So the divine feminine is naturally soft, sensitive, nurturing, and vulnerable. And the divine masculine deeply values and protects that vulnerability. And vulnerability is not a weakness, it's your power. So when the feminine embraces her sensitivity and expresses her truth, you're inviting your twin flame to rise into their true power, divine masculine role. So some people have this idea that a loving relationship is one that is free of conflict, and that love should just be easy. But that's actually not what real love is. Like a real loving relationship is one where both parties are free to be their authentic selves and to be honest and vulnerable and can challenge each other to be the best versions of themselves. So that when you have conflict with a twin flame, it's very different than another relationship because you're both choosing love at the core and you can work through those uncomfortable feelings until you get to a place of peace and love. So you don't want to shrink or inhibit yourself from being your true divine self. And like, what could God create that is not already perfect? You were created by God in absolute perfection. So any belief that you are too much or not enough or unworthy of love is simply a lie that needs to be healed. And I know I've talked to you about this before in previous videos, but you really have two choices: love or fear. And if you look at these two choices, like choice number one, you can move towards love, which means facing the uncomfortable feelings, taking accountability, and growing into more peace and love. Or number two, you can move away from love. And that means you're going to avoid the uncomfortable feelings, avoid the triggers, but you stay stuck and you perpetuate your suffering. So when you choose love, your union naturally heals. And when you choose to see your twin flame as your partner and not your opponent, then every upset becomes an opportunity to deepen your love. So therefore, with your twin flame, it is very safe to be vulnerable and honest because they are literally you in another body. So it is safe to express your truth and to be honest and vulnerable about like who you really are, what you're feeling, and they are going to make the same choice to be vulnerable and honest with you because you're choosing as one. So let's talk about how you could use the mirror exercise on one of these communication blocks. So for example, let's just say your twin flame is getting defensive when you are honest about like something that you want to experience in the relationship, or you're being honest about how you feel about something and they get defensive. Okay, so you'd go, step one would be, I'm upset at my twin flame because when I'm honest about what I need, he or she, my twin flame, gets defensive. Step two would be, I'm upset at myself because when I'm honest with myself about something that I need, I get defensive. So step three would be, is there any truth to that? And the answer is always yes. And step four, like you'd want to try to find that place that's feeling that. And maybe first find out like, why is that? Why are you getting defensive? And it could be that like maybe as a child, when you got in trouble for something, that you got punished, or you felt shame, or you felt like you were being criticized or judged and you felt like you weren't good enough, so that when someone brings something up to you, you get defensive instead of being honest and looking at what it is. And then you can realize that you can bring love to that part of you by reminding yourself that you're no longer in that situation anymore as a child, and you can release the shame. You can, promise your inner child that you will be honest without any judgment or any criticism, and just bring love to that place and ask your inner child, what is it that you need to feel loved there? Like maybe your inner child says, I need to feel safe, that when I communicate something that I need, that you're going to actually listen, and that I feel understood and heard without being criticized, or whatever it is. So you just want to give that, whatever you need, to your inner child so that you can feel peace in that place. So whether you are a feminine or masculine, any of these upsets, because you're one consciousness, you can heal. So even if I am, for example, it doesn't matter like what upsets or communication blocks there are, you can still heal them yourself, even if it's something that's in the opposite gender, that's like a societal thing, that's like, it's kind of programming from a parent or a grandparent, because you kind of have things that happen in your union that go back 3 generations that need to be healed. So there's generational patterns that kind of come through, and they will come out in your twin flame through mirroring, just so that you can heal them. So it's easy to do the mirror exercise, just like that example I just gave. I have another video on the mirror exercise, or you can always, work with a coach if you want to learn how to do it and apply what's happening in your reality or in your twin flame relationship so that you can heal it. So some final thoughts here on communication blocks. That your twin flame is just mirroring communication blocks within yourself and or with God. So some other examples you might see are, like you're not listening to your intuition, you're avoiding feeling your feelings, maybe you're ignoring your needs or ignoring God's guidance, you silence or suppress your emotions. Any of these blocks can be healed when you apply the mirror exercise, and they will be mirrored by your twin flame so that you can heal them. So healing communication blocks in your twin flame union is about like returning to your authentic self and to your divine self, because you are worthy of unconditional love and you are worthy of healthy and honest communication and being accepted for who you are. So when your twin flame is showing you through a communication block that there's a place that you're not loving yourself, instead of blaming them or getting frustrated about it, just choose to take accountability and just mirror what they're showing you, and then you have the power to resolve that within yourself. So I am a certified ascension coach that helps twin flames heal separation. So if you are in separation from your twin flame, or you are in union with your twin flame, but you are not like in harmonious union and you're having issues with communication blocks or any other blocks in your union, feel free to comment union below and I will send you a direct message. Or you can also reach me on my website or reach me by email and send me a private message. And I'd be happy to discuss like next steps with you or set up a complimentary consultation that we can discuss what best next steps would be for you. So I hope you found this video helpful, guys. Please hit like and subscribe and share. And I'm Tamara from One Divine Love. See you guys next time.